Welcome, Clint.
Morning.
How's your Achilles feeling, and when did that injury actually happen?
So kind of played with it the whole season last year. Not disciplined things to do. Just it's getting better. Trying to take my time, make sure it's healing properly, and be ready to go for the regular season. So I'm still wrapping up. Did a couple of good workouts, but I still want to make sure that it will be really healed properly, so I go hard on it every single day. So it's not there yet.
Hey, Clint.
Hey.
Good to see you in person. When you look at this roster and how many people this roster was able to return, just how valuable is that continuity that guys like you, Trae, John, all of those guys are back together?
I was talking about it earlier that's one of the most important things to keep that core, that connection. Because how you get your wins every night. Whenever we got your main guys knowing their role, whatever they're doing on the court, and you don't even think about it. You just do it, and this is how you get wins. From my own experience, like this is how I used to get wins night in and night out, by having everybody doing their own role without even thinking too much. So having this core back really bringing me a lot of excitement, and obviously everybody on the team.
Hey, Clint, I saw you were playing the new FIFA earlier. Is there anybody on the team or in the league that can beat you in that?
So I used to play JC, but I think he quit playing because I give him a hard time. I played Ocho Cinco that I beat really bad last year. But one who I played against was pretty good. We're probably at the same level as Joel Embiid. He's not bad. So that's why I got it early to start practicing a lot, because I'm trying to be ready for it.
All right, over to Zoom for a question from Raphael Haynes.
Hey, what's going on, Clint? Hope all
Hey.
is well. Clint, you've been in a situation before where you reached the conference finals and didn't make it, but then come back the next year. What does the team need to do as far as how to approach this season after a successful season like last year, but also what type of mentality does the team need?
We definitely have to have the mentality that it's going to be team's going to be winning for us. Now we're going to be the team to beat, meaning that every arena that we're going, team's going to be ready, because they know what we did last year. Now I think that we have a reputation, Eastern Conference final team reputation, meaning that every night, every team, they circle their date on their calendar whenever they know that we're coming in town. So definitely to be ready for it, and every night.
I know making the all defense team last year was something to achieve, obviously. How much is that motivating you this year to play in that momentum?
So much. So much. This is obviously all I'm thinking about defensively, having an impact. I think last year I had a great impact for my team. If it wasn't enough, so be it. This year I would be here again, doing everything I can to be part of it, for sure. I take pride in that.
All right, we have a Zoom question from Steve Hummer.
Yeah, Clint, when the season ended last year, how concerned were you that maybe John wouldn't be back, and how important was it to have him come back?
Yeah, I think I was pretty confident that it would be done, because I told them that a winning team is really hard to get in the NBA. I've never been in that position, but I know that how hard it could be for any player to play on the team that we don't really know, or like that you don't get a lot of wins, how hard it could be for a player. And I'm really happy that he's back with us. He also topped Trae for a long time. So like I said, it's really important to have a core, that guys that when they play together all know what they have to do on the court. And this is how we get the wins night in and night out.
Thank you.
Next question from Deshaun Tate.
Good morning, Clint.
Morning.
You were very vocal in the postseason and sometimes last year. What, if anything, can you guarantee us? What would be your message to Hawks Nation to say, if not anything else, I can guarantee you that we will be this coming year? What would that be?
Yeah, I can guarantee that we're gonna definitely be back in the playoffs. Being a winning team, bring a lot of excitement, and I mean, I think that everybody know it. We're gonna bring a lot of excitement and be right back at it. Playoffs. This is our mentality here.
How do you want to see this team continue to grow defensively? It seemed like in the second half of last season, and especially with adding you, this team showed a ton of growth
Yeah,
defensively.
no, especially by knowing our opponent. I think that from our own experiences that I got better defensively by playing the same guys over and over the years. And I just start knowing the tendencies. I think by playing together, by having that chemistry, where we like, especially like me and John, we started knowing whenever we can help each other, like stuff like that. Or I know more where I can help Trae and I can anticipate it better. And this is how you create a chemistry, and this is how we know each other, and this is how, like, by playing each other, we're gonna be really good by knowing how to help each other.
How much better do you guys think you can be?
So much more. Definitely with Cam and DeAndre, it's two freak. We have me and John in the paint, and these two. So potentially we can be just like one of the best teams, probably like top five easily. If we can all stay healthy and then play like together every night, we can definitely do something special here.
All right, Clint, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Welcome, DeAndre.
What's up?
Health-wise, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good, almost back to 100%.
DeAndre, good to see you. Just what did this offseason look like for you, just as far as rehab and coming back from that surgery?
I mean, mostly I was just rehabbing for most of the summer. Just like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I just started, working out, doing like one-on-one and things like that, some contact drills. So, like I said, in a few more weeks, I should be almost basically 100% healthy.
All right, switching over to Zoom. Question from Kevin Taylor.
Hi, DeAndre. And my question for you is, now starting training camp and going into the season, have you been told that you'll be on a minutes restriction, or how everything would be working toward your rehabilitation going into the season?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do training camp and I'll see how I feel, the first couple of days. But as of right now, I have no clue, like, how much time I'll be playing or anything like that.
Okay, thanks.
Overall, how are you looking to grow your game this year? And what are kind of some of your goals as far as how you want to grow your game?
I mean, for me, it's just to improve from last year in every aspect. It's not just one thing I want to improve on. I pride myself on being an all-around player on both ends. So just, keep getting better in every aspect of the game.
All right, DeAndre, thank you so much for your time.
How's everyone? Oh wow, this microphone's live. Trae Young.
Hey,
Okay.
Kevin.
How you guys doing?
Good to see you in person. So just to start out, how's your health? I think Travis mentioned you had your ankle cleaned out after last season. Just how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, after the playoffs, I think a week later, I had my ankle cleaned up, had a couple bones taken out. Just an injury last year, kind of dealt with a little bit, just had a lot of soreness going through the course of last year and into the playoffs. And so nothing major, just mostly clean out. And I'm about 95%, I would say right now.
What's the latest with your contract negotiation, and do you anticipate getting something done before the start of the season?
Yeah, we're still working. It's something we've kind of worked throughout the summer. You know, most of that I'm letting my agent and Travis handle. Obviously, I hope to get something done, but there's no guarantees.
So much of this roster up here so much of the roster is back, but it's going to feel way different because the roster is actually back playing. Everybody is. How different is that going to be, and how much more competition is there going to be for minutes this season?
Yeah, it is nice. So we finally have some carryover. From one year to the next, we got a similar group of guys that you can try to build upon, and that hasn't been something that we've had the past couple of years. And obviously, with the run we had last year, having the same group of guys that are in the building and have the same goal in mind, that's going to be huge at the start of camp. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of competition. That was something we put our hats on last year as being a deep team, and it's a team I think we're going to be again going into the course of this year. So the next couple of weeks are going to be really important. But over the course of the year, it's going to be a strength of ours.
Do you expect the season to be different in terms of just how opponents approach you now that you've had some success?
I'm not sure. I don't think last year you felt teams take us lightly. I think our first couple of years you could feel that a little bit, guys sitting out in games. But yeah, I guess you come into Atlanta, you don't know if it's going to be Party City anymore. Things are different. We want them to be different around here. We want the expectations. So I'm not sure. I guess it's something I'll have to answer, see how it feels a couple months, weeks into the year.
Hey, Kevin. I'm sure being healthy is a big goal, but overall, just how do you want to grow your game this season, and particularly defensively after what you were able to do in the second half and the playoffs last year?
Yeah, just continue to prove consistency. I think I've shown I can play at a high level, for an extended period of time, but continue to do that over the course of the year. Last year, a big goal of mine was playing every game, and missed that by really one road trip in Philly, and then obviously the last game of the year trying to get ready for the playoffs. But that's something I pride myself on, is being available. That's obviously going to be another goal of mine going to this year. You can only develop yourself if you're on the court. So really consistency throughout the year. Defensively, continue to lock in. My individual defense was largely predicated on our team defense and trusting guys and knowing people were behind me, had my back. So I think my individual defense will be good as long as our team defense is there too.
Over to Zoom for a question from Kevin Taylor.
Hey, Kevin, hopefully you're doing well. And got a two-part question for you. Now, when you first came to Atlanta, you mentioned to me that you're a Giants fan, and I just want to get your take on maybe if you were disappointed with the Giants' loss to the Falcons on Sunday. And then the second part of the question is, you had a Hoops Fest during the summer at Clifton Park. How was that for you, as well as could we see you do something like that here in Atlanta?
The Giants are a sensitive subject right now. It's a topic I'm trying to avoid talking about. Obviously, I'm happy it was Atlanta team beat them, but we're going to move on, and hopefully the Giants can improve a little bit. But yeah, the Hoop Fest, that was great. It's, I feel the support in my area back in the 518. It's tough to film over the course of the year. I'm never home. Really, it's all over social media and what my close friends and family tell me. But there's a lot of people following me back up there, so I want to do something to give back. And yeah, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to do in Atlanta now that I think I'm comfortable here in the city. I know more people. Overall, comfortable with our team. It might be something I'm looking to do more off-court stuff. And it was a really good event. Obviously, we've done it once, so we know how to do it again.
Next question from Leonardo Torres.
Hi, Kevin. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Hope you're well. Kevin, what was the biggest lesson from last season looking ahead to this new NBA season?
The biggest lesson, I mean, every team had to overcome so much. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of outside distractions that you had to get through, but every team was going through it. You couldn't make excuses. We were trying to be the team that wasn't making excuses over the course of the year. You saw that with how our depth was able to carry us really through the second half of much of the year. And then our focus level, I think we're extremely focused and locked in during that whole playoff run, and it's something we got to be from game one to start this year.
Last season were really tough on you guys with the COVID protocols and everything. I know there's going to be some of that this year still, but with you guys going to be 100% vaccinated by the season, just how happy are you guys that some of that will be relaxed, and what have they told you guys about how different and I guess more relaxed some of those protocols will be?
Yeah, that's huge that we're all vaccinated. That actually, it makes it easier on everybody. Yeah, we don't have to test as much. We can travel a little bit differently. I'm not sure what that number is across the league, but it's huge that it's like that for our team. And like I said, it was something every team had to go through. Obviously, you want less protocols as much as you can. You want to travel as normally as you can. You want fans in the building. So as much as we can get back to normal, the normal schedule, normal year, that's what we want as players.
Next question from Deshaun Tate.
Good morning, Kevin. I have a two-part question for you. The first one being, over the years, I know that you have missed some time because of an injury between, whether it be summer league or training camps, preseasons, and things of that nature. How excited are you, and how much are you just kind of anticipating being able to be 100% healthy to take part in these things in the event that you are, for my first question?
Yeah, like I said, that's something I pride myself on, is being available to teammates, to our coaching staff, just trying to be a good teammate. So trying to be healthy. There's a lot of times you can't control that. Guys have kind of been bit by the injury bug a little bit and had to overcome some stuff. But I think obviously the healthier our team is, the most we can keep guys on the court. I think we got a good group here.
Thank you for answering. The second part of the question was, I know that one of the main things you kind of want to primarily focus on was getting better defensively. And I think that everybody kind of saw that, how much you have grown in that particular area. Is there something that you kind of have in your bag, or just some tools, some parts to your arsenal that you haven't had a chance in the 3 years that you've been here to kind of put on display, that you kind of have, but you haven't had a chance to show that you want to put on display this season?
I don't think so. I think on this team, I think I've worn a lot of different hats throughout my first couple of years, and whether that's being a shooter last year, when guys are out, being a defender, in the playoffs, kind of getting back to my mid-range game a little bit more. I think overall I want to be better finishing at the rim, hopefully being healthier, feeling healthier, getting my body right, being able to elevate and finish through guys and over guys. I guess it's something I think I can still show, but I think my role has changed so much these first couple of years. I've been able to show a lot of different things.
All right, Kevin, thank you so much for your time.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
And JC. Welcome, Sharife.
Appreciate that.
Hey, Sharife, good to see you.
Hey.
Just what are kind of the biggest things you learned in summer league, and how important was that experience for you?
I feel like it was very important, especially, get your feet wet in the league, kind of hear some of the, verbal language we use, get taught by the coaches, be around some of the players. I feel like it was a great experience. Something I learned a lot from, and definitely carried that over to this month of September.
Travis Schlenk mentioned Friday that a lot of guys have been in Atlanta for a while. There's been some 5-on-5 scrimmaging. Have you been able to do that? And what are your takeaways from it?
Yeah, I've been in Atlanta the whole time. Probably right after summer league, I've been in the facility working out, training with the coaches. But we had great 5-on-5. A lot of players have been down here, so just building the chemistry with those guys. I feel like we got off to a great start. I feel like we've been playing extremely well. So it was a great experience.
Just what have you been able to learn from some of the older guys and the vets that you've been around? And have you developed any kind of good relationships with those guys?
Yeah. Mainly been John Collins been in there a lot, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, Kev. They've been in there, but we kind of been separated, like different baskets. So I've mainly been with the guards. Skylar, I've been with Skylar a lot. Who else I've been with? I've been working out with Nick Van Exel. So it's been great. Being that, they always tell me, just, Nick is big on getting arc on your jump shot. So he always tell me get the arc up, and just working with those guys, being in their presence, it's definitely helped me a lot.
Next question is from Kevin Taylor.
Hi, Sharife. Welcome home since you're here from the Atlanta area. Now, of course, you'll be playing in front of family and friends coming up during the upcoming season. What's the one thing or the main thing right now coming from college to the NBA that you would like to see you grow more into as an NBA player?
I feel like just maturing. I feel like that's the biggest thing. I feel like the skill set, being that we've been playing basketball for so long, is kind of, in a good, good set. I feel like we could get a lot better, but maturing, getting stronger, learning more about the game, developing your IQ. I feel like those are the things that kind of separates people at this level. So the experience has definitely helped with that. The amount of work I put in, I feel like it definitely helped with that. So I'm just looking forward to getting that first game under my belt, getting these training camp under my belt, and learning from there.
Next question from Nikias Duncan.
How are you doing, Sharife? You are playing behind Trae Young right now, one of the better pick and roll guards in the NBA. Who are some point guards that you've looked at in terms of film that you've kind of added parts of their game to yours?
A lot of Chris Paul. I say that a lot, but just watching him, I feel like we have a similar mindset in being able to balance scoring and passing. I don't feel like he's a score first or pass first. I feel like he mixes both well. So I try to take that mindset into it. I don't feel like I'm a scorer or a passer. I feel like I could do both. So that's somebody I watch a lot. Watching Trae, come off these screens and shoot that floater and draw fouls and be able to extend his range so far. That's something I definitely want to, watch and learn from him as well. So those are two guys, Kyrie Irving, the way he gets in the paint and can finish at, all three levels. I feel like I watched him a lot growing up. So those are three main guys I look at and try to take things from.
Next Zoom question from Chicks into Sports.
Hey, Sharife. You were at the final Atlanta Dream home game. Can you just speak on what that experience was like for you?
Can you repeat that question?
Yes, you was at the final Atlanta Dream home game. Can you just speak on what that experience was like for you?
Yeah, it was a great experience. The game was, high energy. Being able to watch my sister play. I haven't been to one of her games, and she's been in the league for 2 years. So our schedules have been conflicting. So being that I finally got to watch her play, she played great. I know I play with the Hawks now, but I was kind of rooting for the Sparks that day. So they won. It was a great atmosphere, great experience. So I'll definitely be attending a lot more WNBA games.
All right, Sharife, thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate y'all.
Oh, Lord.
All right, welcome, John.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey, John, good to see you in person.
Yeah, it's good to be back in person. It's normal, a little bit, trying to get back.
A little normal. I'll take a little normal.
Right, right.
Just to start off, what are your thoughts on, getting that extension done and being able to be in Atlanta long term?
Amazing. Obviously, didn't happen as quickly as I feel like any of us would like, but I feel like it makes it that much more sweet to have it over, to know that I'm home, and I can build on what I've been trying to build here. We've been trying to build here as a team as well. So a lot of food off my plate. So it's good.
Being the longest tenured guy here and obviously signing that extension, Trae doing the same, Clint doing the same, maybe the same for Kevin, we'll see. Just how much do you feel like the franchise is kind of laying the foundation for this franchise for years to come?
Yeah, it's always critical for an organization to try to just implement, a young core group and try to just build off of that. So I feel like we've, Trav has done a great job of trying to do that. Keep his guys together, keep guys that he knows play well together. And as I keep on saying, just trying to build on what is already great and continue to aim for a championship. So that's the goal.
Hey, John, how much do you feel like resolving your contract situation is a relief for you? And not you don't really have to focus on trades and contracts and all that stuff.
No, it's an amazing relief as a player. My first time going through something like that. So just wanted to handle it the correct way. Obviously, a lot to think about and try to still be the best athlete I can on the court. So as I said before, it's just great to get that out the way, understand where I'm going to be at, understand that, all my hard work isn't going to waste, and I can just continue to be great and try to win.
Before the deal got done, did you ever allow yourself to kind of think about not being a part of this team, or was it just you were a part of the Hawks until something happened otherwise?
No, I'm always a part of the Hawks, but I always feel like it's natural for those thoughts to creep in. I didn't necessarily harp on it for too long or make it anything more than it was, but I just understood the reality of the situation. So I just tried to just be as open-minded as I can, but not think about it too much. And as you said, just be ready to go when I'm on the court.
Year 5 of your career, you're still on the upswing, but you've already made a lot of strides. So, what can you do to sort of add to your game at this point?
I definitely just feel like there's always room for improvement. I feel like offensively, I can figure out different ways, more creative ways to score the basketball more efficiently. And defensively, just continue to bring the effort and energy every night. I feel like that, is a skill that, you need to tend to every day as well. So it's just a matter of challenging myself every day, going to the coaches, watching film, and really analyzing my game day to day so I can make the necessary adjustments for us to win. So, but I definitely feel like there's always room for improvement.
John, when you look at this roster and what you guys were able to do last year and how many of those guys returned this year, what kind of potential do you think this team has?
Yeah, it obviously puts the pressure on us, right, to continue to do what we did again. I feel like we have some more guys that we got added DeLon, added Gorgie, obviously signed all of our guys back. So I definitely feel like, we want to as well to get back to the conference finals, get to the finals and aim for a championship. That's the goal from the start. I feel like our organization has made that known and clear that we want to win and we're trying to go for that. So I definitely feel like we're on the right track.
Did you end up having any conversations with other teams in free agency, or is it just the Hawks?
No, I don't think I got too far in that sense. It obviously just talks and, a bunch of Twitter and calls and rumors and stuff, but nothing really tangible.
And then what do you feel like is the next step for your game?
Next step for my game is, I feel like to just be more complete. I feel like I have to take the next step in, my aggression level, just understanding, spots in the game to impose my will, as well as just, improving on my handle. I feel like for me, I just can improve my handle, my jump shot, my touch around the rim. For me, I want to continue to improve in every aspect of the game. So I don't think anything is going to stop in that area. It's more mental, just to continue to be locked in and be focused on the goal and what I have on task in mind.
So your clothing line, the Baptist collection, it's selling the
Sir.
t-shirts with like the infamous baptism
Infamous.
of Joel Embiid. I was wondering, has he asked you about a cut for those t-shirts?
Nah, she was. Nah, no cuts for Joel. That's a no. It's a no. But we'll see him again. We'll see him again. He'll see what he says. See what he says.
How valuable and how much of an opportunity is it that this roster has so much continuity from last season? I feel like that's something that the Hawks haven't really had previously in your tenure here.
No, that's huge. That's really big in any team for guys to come back and have familiar faces and to have chemistry already there that's able to grow. So I feel like that's huge. I feel like we have a group of guys that like each other. The depth of this team is incredible as well, which I feel like adds to our confidence level and understanding that, you know, we can truly compete at a high level. And I feel like that all contributes to us, you know, turning the franchise into that winning culture that we all want, you know.
Have you made any big purchases yet with your new contract, or if not, what do you plan on?
No big purchases, you know, probably maybe a house, you know, maybe one, you know, if I find something nice that I like, but, you know, nothing yet really. I might get a Tesla. Is that a big purchase? Yeah, nah. Yeah, I get a Tesla. That's it. That's it. That's it.
John, does calling the Hawks an underdog still fit, or is that a thing of the past?
I definitely wouldn't say underdog. Maybe if you want to give us some type of name, maybe it's like everybody say a dark horse or something. But underdog, I don't think we're sneaking up on anybody anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like people are going to be more prepared for us and ready for us to come at them and try to win. So I don't think we can say underdogs no more. Not now if we get to ECF. So gotta continue to grow.
Next question comes from Deshaun Tate.
Good afternoon, John. I have a two-part question. The first part of it is, I think that the consensus would probably agree that, you know, the ceiling for this team is to win a championship or to go to the finals. But what is the floor? So if I was to pretty much ask you that this must happen in order to prevent this team to be considered a disappointing season, what would this be? What must you do to prevent that?
Geez, I don't know if I could ever really make a floor, right? Because, you know, personally, regardless if we lose whenever it be, you know, whether we don't make the playoffs, we get to the finals and lose in game 7 on the game winner. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same sentiment of losing. So, I mean, I feel like it's the same. You know, we aim for a championship. We don't get it. Disappointment. You know, we come back, we try to win one. But I don't ever feel like, you know, a floor is like real, because losing is the floor. You know, that's really it.
I appreciate you for answering that. My second question is, I know a little over a year ago, we had some conversations on parts of your game that you wanted to build and improve on, being ball handling, rim protection, and perimeter defense. How much do you feel like you've improved on that since that part of the conversation?
Yeah, I don't know if I can tell you how much I've improved, right? But I definitely feel like I've gotten better at it. Gym rat, try to be in the gym and work on my game consistently to help my team win games. So the only thing I really can do to answer that question is, I guess, to prove it on the court, you know, and hopefully put some of that hard work to use on the court and help my team.
You good? This team can grow defensively, particularly with you and Clint back, but also a potential DeAndre and healthy DeAndre Hunter and Cam.
Yeah, it's scary. You know, that's something that we've been, you know, I feel like we've all wanted to see more consistently, or, you know, have all of us on the court at the same time for longer periods of time. I definitely feel like our defensive intensity and energy and length is going to be very effective. But I just, you know, want us to all be on the court together. That's just what it needs to be. And once that happens, I definitely feel like, you know, our defense can take a big jump. Those guys can really defend. Cam and Dre really get after it. Full court defenders, long, strong guys who can do it all. So they help out a lot.
Next question from Raphael Haynes.
Hey, what's going on, John? Hope all is well.
Sir.
John, yes, sir. So you played little less than half the season with Nate McMillan, and we saw how successful you were with him, not just you, but as you and the team. How excited are you personally playing with him for a whole season now?
Yeah, I'm extremely excited. I'm almost, nervous in a way because it's like, man, we get to start start how with the energy that we came off with last year. So it's really exciting for me to have him back to finally have a coach again. So this is my third coach in 4 years. So always nice to have some consistency on the coaching end for myself. So gonna be great.
All right, John, thank you so much for your time.